Hey, what's up, everyone? Good to see everyone again, too, in these YouTube streets, especially for those who are watching this live and for those who are watching a replay, too. I welcome you guys to another Wellness Wednesday Solutions open discussion. This is a place for all of us to have an open discussion about wellness for the soul, for the body, for the mind, or as to say the body, the heart, and the soul, too. So, if if you guys are open to having an open discussion about wellness, especially when it comes to wellness for the body, for the heart, for the mind too. Feel free to feel comfortable, however that feels to you, in your birthday suit, in your pajamas, wherever that floats your boat too. And if you guys could hear me okay, if you guys could see me okay too, just making sure that my camera and microphone game is working again too. So just really always checking your equipment to see if it works too. So shout out to the people who are here. Ryan, just like when it comes to those who know me on social media, like on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter too. Much love to all you guys too. In every community also, from the tarot community to the wellness community, the gaming community especially too. So much love to all you guys too who are here and for those who are watching the replay too. So much love to you guys also. I just want to say hi to the people in the chat. What's up, Melinda? Good to see you. What's good? What's good? What's good? Thank you for being here too. And it's always good to see you. Hopefully, you are doing well, enjoying your day, and so on and so forth. And just like with today, also when it comes to with Wellness Wednesdays, also, especially, what you guys voted for, what you guys want to experience too, just like when it comes to anything too that floats your boat. If you guys are open to like a current event reading or a personal reading, if you want to talk about self-care solutions and tips, you're more than welcome to just share what's on your mind, what's in your heart, too. And just like, be yourself, especially for those who are content creators, for those who are artists, sex workers, artists in so many ways too. If you're a scientist, sex worker, you name it. I said that a lot too, but for those who are just doing creative things out there, especially when it comes to if you're being educational about it and being entertaining too. So when it comes to with that also, if you guys want to enjoy, if you guys are, let me phrase that. Hopefully you guys are doing okay too. And if you want to share how your day was also, just really feel free to share. Yeah, Melinda says, had a lovely day with beautiful vibes. Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. Glad you had an awesome day for yourself, Melinda. And that's cool that you have an awesome day for yourself, too. Especially when it comes to having those kind of days, Especially like with now, especially with now, what's going on, in our society when it comes to, pop culture. It's just, a lot of crazy stuff that's happening. I noticed that people are saying they're like feeling down in the dumps, they're depressed, and it's just like heartbreaking to hear that too, especially to with certain people too that you just care about when it comes to with your family, with your friends, people who are content creators in so many ways too. For those who are educational and for those who are entertaining or a mixture of both. Also, it's just like just really enjoying those days too, especially when it comes to just having those beautiful days where you can just really embrace that, not just like when it comes to waking up and just really stretching out your arms from just getting out of your favorite place, our beds. I mean, sometimes, like getting some sleep is much fulfilling as, having sex, getting a new present, or it could be like a new car, a new game system, or just like a new relationship. I mean, I'm just speaking from my own experience. You guys could feel free to share if that's, you can relate to that also. So good, 100% good and like, oh, that's what's up. That's good, Melinda. Especially when it comes to that too. When it comes to having those kind of days for yourself too. And speaking of that, also, Melinda, I want to share with you guys too. Especially when it comes to, I was gonna go work out and it's really, staying healthy, just doing my weightlifting, planking and banging, like the Rock says too. Kind of like, like let me see I could find this clip too. Kind of like how he does it too, and says like this.
A minute, it'll sink in.
It'll sink in. So it's kind of like clanking and banging. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the people's champ. So it's when you're lifting weights, you're working out, you're putting all that kind of sweat, endorphins coming out, all that beautiful shit too. And it's just like, I didn't do that today. I honestly helped out my uncle to just move out of this place too, and just really help him to find a place. So when it comes to family too, especially if it's, like my uncle too, he's like not like a blood uncle, but it's kind of like, he's like my uncle because he's like my dad's best friend. He's like a brother. He knew him way before I was born, so I consider him my uncle for life. So especially with me and my sister too. So that's a little bit of family history there too. I'm just not gonna say much out of respect. So when it comes to that, I mean, helping out family, it could be just like a fulfilling day too. So when it comes to, helping out, moving out the bed to a new place or just, checking out stores too, it's really cool. And so if you guys want to share too how your day has went, also if you guys want to talk about anything too, because I'm going to share some stuff with you guys too, especially with the cards I pulled for the collective too. So you're more than welcome to share what's in your heart, what's in your mind, and just really being yourself also, especially to all the moderators out there too. Just, shout out to you guys too, keeping the chat room safe and secure and all that beautiful stuff too. So much love to you guys as well. And so Linda says, slept good like 5 hours straight. Moving forward. Forward resting. Cool. Okay. 5 hours of sleep is pretty good. I mean, it's just like I heard that the minimum at least is like around 8 hours. So I know people who sleep like at least 5 hours and they're good. I know heard people who slept like at least 12 hours, they're good. I mean, it's like I don't know how they do it. They're like machines. Not saying like machines, but they're like, tough, tough as nails too. So when it comes to that, getting that amount kind of sleep is really powerful. So if you felt good from that, Melinda too, that's kudos to you for doing that. And so, hey, Michelle, good to see you. What's good? What's good? Hopefully, you are doing well also. So, the Tarot sisters are here too. So, shout out to Michelle and to her sister, Melinda, too. Hopefully, you guys are doing well and all that beautiful stuff too. Even for those, I know that, you guys haven't been seeing me much when it comes to other content creators in the tarot community and the spiritual community. It's just like, I've been kind of in my own space, just really, creating stuff and just really, being the creative zone too. I mean, I still talk to other people too, like, with you, Michelle and Melinda and Katie and anybody else too. I just gotta really catch up with you guys too, eventually with this week too, because I've been so busy just creating some awesome stuff with you guys too. I'm really gonna try to improve this channel too, especially for all you guys too, for those who are just are big fans of mine too, because I look at my analytics and I just want to improve the best way that I can too, even especially when it comes to owning my channel too, in a very healthy and positive way, if that makes sense. So when it comes to that too, so good to see you, Michelle. I've been watching your videos too. Just want to mention that also. And same goes to Melinda. You guys are doing some cool stuff with other people. I was watching the live that you did with I think it was Sharon Lee, Heather, and a few other people too. I noticed. So I was watching that. I was trying to finish it up too. So it's cool to see that. And with Melinda too, collecting her rocks, being with nature, getting her feet and her hands dirty and all that too, being the, her own version of Tarzan too. Instead of Tarzan, she's Melinda. So when it comes to that, it's really cool stuff. So yeah, you're welcome anytime. I just want to keep it real with you guys too. I'm not faking the funk and trying to be an echo chamber too, because I always keep it real. And with my channel too, I always like to just be for people to be themselves. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of echo chambers too. Just hear myself talk. So when it comes to having these kind of conversations, it's cool to let people be who they are without having to just really put people down too. So thank you for that. I appreciate you too, Michelle. And same goes to Melinda and to anyone else who is just watching this, or has the time to watch this too. I know we're so busy, you know, um, doing our own thing, especially when it comes to off of social media, off the internet too. So, like for those who live on the internet, like myself, sometimes it's good to just, get off the internet, smell the roses, smell the flowers, embracing the sun on your skin, on the sand on your feet, dirt on your feet too, and just really being human, also having that earthly connection with the planet too. So when it comes to that, and Melinda says, let's set a date to do a Lou and a Lou. Oh, what the heck? I don't know what the hell that means. That'll get. Well, we can get canceled for that shit. Sound like we got to do that on other platforms. So I'm not sure we're gonna do that shit here, Melinda. Hold up. Hold up.
Now you tell me.
Hold up. What? I don't know. Shit. But anyways, that's funny. Oh my gosh, with Michelle saying I don't want to be involved in anything that has to do with women. I hear you. That's just that might give you nightmares. Oh shit. So, oh man, you guys are just funny, especially you, Melinda and Michelle. You guys are just two peas in the pod, but you're different. Kind of, different. You're your own different people too, and that's cool. So you're your own people, your own person. And just like when it comes to what I want to share with you guys too, it's just like with the recent live stream I did too on Monday, and it's just like with the cards I pulled for the collective, it just really hit home for me too. I just wanted to say that also when it comes to just like with the collective cards that I pulled on Monday for those who have a chance to just watch these videos on Monday too, and it's just really hit home about inner confidence also. Excuse me. And just like when it comes to that, and it's just like I've been really studying that lately too, especially when it comes to what's happening right now too, when it comes to on social media and just like with everything else too. I'm not sure if you guys are sensing that also. It's just like just really feeling that kind of like funky energy lately too. I'm not sure how to explain it, especially when it comes to the Mercury in retrograde that's happening still out there too. So when it comes to that, and it's just like I want to talk about inner confidence, for ourselves too. If you guys are open to just really having an open discussion about that, it's just when it comes to inner confidence. I mean, it's sometimes like when we hear that, we just think about like higher self esteem, feeling good about ourselves, who we are as human beings, and it's really good to be that way too. But sometimes it can be so hard right now too, especially when it comes to like things don't go our way, things are happening that's just too damn crazy, and a mixture of both too, and so many other things too that could be a factor. But it's just like when it comes to inner confidence, especially having that kind of strength to just really continue to be who you are despite what's happening out there too. I know that's kind of like especially to anyone who is doing that. Also, I really just give a kind of like a salute or like a cheers to you guys too for anyone who's being themselves despite what's happening out there too, when it comes to what's happening in our society, when it comes to in your own lives also. It's just like when it comes to inner confidence and just really just really continuing to just really develop that within ourselves, especially when it comes to practicing that in our own self-care routine, in our own spiritual practice, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just really beautiful that we can still do that. Even like we just need to just step out, out of social media for a few days to just really reflect on things. I mean, it's cool when it comes to social media, kind of like, with YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I mean, it's just like, it's good to, I mean, I say it's good, but sometimes it could be a useful tool, but sometimes it could be like a distraction also, especially if we get synced in into like certain things that just get our attention like that. So it's kind of like you open up your phone and you see like what's on your feed. It could be like, especially as a guy too. I mean, it's just like, you see the first thing you see is like a beautiful woman just, twerking or just like doing like a split or just like someone just doing this crazy martial arts flip too. But I mean, those are cool and all that too if you guys are into that. But sometimes, we get stuck so much on social media. It kind of wears us down too. And it wants in a ways that's just like, we trying to compare to other people and just like when it comes to that. And it can really just dim us down too. It can really just, affect our inner confidence if that makes sense. Because, sometimes with social media, it could be a good way to connect with people, but it also could be it could be addicting. I mean, I have times where it was just like, social media. I mean, it's like, always, the first thing I do wake up is, check my Instagram. And it's just like, I never grew up doing that because, when I was a kid, I say a kid, but, as a teenager, like usually the first thing I do as I wake up is just get some breakfast and, just really wake up 6 in the morning, get my breakfast, say hi to my parents, and it's just like, man, it's like so different nowadays too. And especially, like happened in the pandemic, especially now too, that things are different and getting back and I say getting back to normal, but really getting back to the flow of things. But sometimes that kind of flow kind of like it's going kind of slow and funky and that kind of can help it can make us feel a certain way too. And just like for those who are just like when it comes to talking about inner confidence, if you guys are open to having that kind of open conversation, it's just like, when it comes to that, it's just really doing our best to just really, creating that for ourselves too, even like during the, funky times, especially when it comes to reflecting, and especially during the retrogrades too. And it's just like, if you guys want to chime into what I'm talking about too before I share my screen, let's see what you guys are sharing in the chat. And Melinda's saying, I've been up in the air like my ears were wings, so I had to keep I feel my feet on. Oh, that's beautiful. So I've been up in the air like my ears were wings, so I had to keep I feel my feet. Wow, that's poetry. So that's beautiful. Oh, okay. Tina is your happy birthday to your daughter, Melinda. And especially for anyone too who has a birthday in May also. Happy birthday to you guys too. Yeah, I know if you guys don't know me too, it's like, who's this guy giving me a happy birthday? So it's kind of like, make you feel like this. Now you tell me. Now you tell me. I was like, who's this? So, happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday in May also, especially for those who are subscribed to me too. So, yes, much love. Happy birthday to your daughter, Melinda. And just like when it comes to inner confidence, also, I really want to share a beautiful short video that I found too, especially that I found on Instagram. And this is from my friend too, Denise Michelle. So Denise Michelle, shout out to you and for who you are as being like a very powerful inspiration too, especially when it comes to promoting your message, when it comes to with self care and wellness, especially when it comes to inner confidence too. I just really want to share this clip with you guys too, especially when it comes to Denise Michelle too. And this just falls under fair use because when it comes to sharing the message, if you just like when it comes to commenting on certain things and so on and so forth, and just like when it comes to fair use, also just sharing clips or news or something like that too. Just like when it comes to promoting the message, it can really just fall under that too. So this falls under fair use, and this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. So yes, I want to share that clip with you guys too, if you, especially when it comes to inner confidence. Also, if you guys want to, see if I could add this to the screen. Let me see if I could go to the Instagram. Let me see if I could reload it. There we go. There we go.
What are you saying to yourself? I want you to really look at yourself, be kind to yourself, and honor yourself because something magical happens into your heart, your mind, and your life when you do that. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I love you? I actually challenge you to do this for 30 days. I promise it will change you. You will learn how to appreciate yourself. You will find more gratitude in your life, and you will be able to show up and love others more. You willing to try?
That's beautiful. And that's like that clip I want to share with you guys too, especially when the power of when it comes to inner confidence, especially when it comes to appreciating who you are as a human being, especially when it comes to, dealing with certain stuff in our lives too that are so challenging, like with, what's happening in our society, when it comes to our own personal relationships too, even in our professional relationships also, when it comes to just, taking the time for yourself to just really loving yourself too, and just really doing that when it comes to with your actions, who you are as a human being. So when it comes to that, especially, let me see if I could add to my other screen. Especially when it comes to that as a human being too. Just like, just really doing that with your senses also. Like with especially with your intuitive senses, and how you can really just do that to love yourself. It doesn't have to be like, just doing that to the extreme. It could really just be doing it the simple way. So it's kind of like, for example, let me see if I can find a way. Okay, let's say like this too. And it's just like, for example, let's say you had like a really challenging day. Like, people kind of like test you in certain ways. They, double dip on you, or they just, certain things too about you that's not true. And it's just like, you do your best to ignore it, but oftentimes, they repeat it over and over again. It can really just make you feel kind of certain way too, especially, as human beings too. And, especially when it comes to, us as human beings, we are emotional creatures. You can't deny that. Especially when it comes to, with men too. Sometimes, we tend to, disconnect from our heart and really just go to our head. And it can really just be a very scary place to be, because our minds are powerful, but if we get stuck in a kind of place too, to where we're just stuck in our ways and just being, stuck in our heads a lot too, it can really just be a scary place. And when we disconnect from our heart, it can really just, be challenging also. But when we practice to just really connect with that from a powerful place, especially when it comes to our intuitive senses, just really doing that from within too. It doesn't have to be like, how society sees it. It doesn't have to be all lovey-dovey. It can be the most simplest thing you can do also. It's just like, for example, especially with me, because being a man also, it's like, just sitting there and just really sitting with yourself too. It's just saying like, what? Today I'm an awesome motherfucker, and I'm gonna just really, make my day the best that I can. So it's kind of like, saying that, for example, too, especially as a man, also, just really saying that kind of affirmation towards yourself too, and especially in ways that really feels comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be how society perceives it too. It doesn't have to be how other people, perceive it. You could just really find that for yourself too. So even like, when it comes to with women also, because I'm not a woman, and it's just like it's hard for me to tell how women should feel too, and that would be totally disrespectful for me to do that also. But what I can say is just like, we have the ability to just really love ourselves in a very powerful way, and we can just really find that for ourselves too, because we can just really tell ourselves that we love ourselves in so many powerful ways. And especially, if you want to just encourage other people to really just, to do that in their own way too, just saying, hey sis, I love you, you got this, or just like telling your mom or your dad or your cousin, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're straight, if you're gay, etc. too, however you identify yourself too. It's just really beautiful how we can really just, creating that inner confidence within ourselves too, especially when it comes to in our own self-care practice too, in just in our own ways too, to just really, find out for ourselves too, to really just, to really just don't be not being afraid to be not being afraid to be ourselves basically too, if that makes sense. So when it comes to that, let me see what Melinda, you guys are sharing in the chat. She says, shit, simply how I think. Our brains believe what. Yeah, that's true. That should be a fucking shirt, Melinda. Yo, that is so real. That should be a shirt. I'm telling you that. Simply how I think, our brains believe what we say to it. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm gonna play a clip for you too, Melinda. So that is, that's some real shit. That is some real shit. That's real. Let me see if I could find that, you know. Oh man. I don't have a clip that's inspirational. I have to find that, you know. Oh man. That's beautiful. That is, I mean, that's powerful itself. So, oh man. That is real. Because, when we get stuck in our minds, I mean, it could be a very scary place, but once we, find ways to just really, not only to connect with our mind, but also we can really just really, tune in with ourselves too, from within too. And just really doing that from a healthy space. I mean, sometimes, even like we need to, sometimes, when we, be in our heart space too, it could be a beautiful place, but it can also be scary too. So when it comes to that, it's just like to really, just, I don't know how I can say this too. It's just really, not being afraid of who we are. Also, if we want to just connect with our hearts for a moment too, and just really, doing that from a healthy space. If we want to connect with our minds, just really doing that from a healthy space. If we get stuck in one of the other areas too, that can be really scary because sometimes our minds, it could be just like, our thoughts could be, very powerful, and especially when it comes to our hearts too, our feelings could be very powerful because you never know. We might be holding anger, distrust, hatred, certain things too, even in our minds also. So that's something that we can just really take, to heart also when it comes to that. And it's just like, what's Michelle saying? I am me, I take it or leave it. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. I know I'm not perfect. I accept my flaws. I am more than how I look. I'm proud. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's what's up, Michelle. That's what's up. True. Especially how we can really just create that too for ourselves. Also, especially what you guys see on the screen too. You could create that with when it comes to with scent. Kind of like with essential oils, because what we smell on a regular basis really helps really influences not only our hearts but also our minds too, and how we can really just help create our inner confidence when it comes to with essential oils, whether you want to just, use like a blend like citronella, or if you want to just use a blend, a plant like, copaiba also when it comes to, this message too. And it's just like, how we can really just, create that kind of, inner confidence within too. And just really when it comes to with our senses, with our intuitive senses, your physical senses in so many ways too. So, and just like, with when it comes to how we can really just create that inner confidence within ourselves too, especially when it comes to our own self-care routine, even when we practice wellness too. And just like when it comes to just like how we can really just practice that with our any kind of activities that, everything that we're passionate about. It could be when it comes to, like, say, with dance, for example. And, dance can help you to just really be your inner confident self, whether it's like salsa, if it's pop, if it's hip hop, or just like when it comes to martial arts, if you're a boxer, if you're a wrestler, kung fu practitioner, if you're karate practitioner, jujitsu, MMA too, if you're a mixture of that also. Or even just like when it comes to, like with yoga also, if you're a hatha yoga practitioner, or if you're just vinyasa or tantra, or if or even just like when it comes to who you are as like an entertainer too, or a content creator. So whether you're like an entertainer, content creator, or a sex worker, content creator, or an educational content creator, or a mixture of both too, we all have the ability to just really create that inner sense of self confidence also, and just how we can really view that from a healthy space can really take us far too. Because once we do our own work when it comes to self care, it can not only affect our own relationships with ourselves, but with other people in our environment in very healthy and powerful ways. And just like when it comes to these messages that I have for you guys, also, especially for those who are watching this live and watch the replay too, I have three powerful collective messages for you guys too that we can all take for for this week also, especially when it comes to practicing wellness in so many ways to help us to just appreciate who we are as human beings, whether you're an artist, content creator. I say a content creator in so many ways. It's kind of like, with content creators and artists, they're kind of like, go hand in hand. So if you're a content creator, if you love to paint, if you love to make videos, if you love to educate, entertain, it's beautiful itself too, especially when it comes to being creative. And just like when it comes to the first message that I have for you guys also, it's just like when it comes to playfulness too. And just really being open to just really being more playful with ourselves too, especially in our self-care routine. So when it comes to playfulness, it's just like, how we can really just bring that kind of creative, playfulness towards our self-care routine to help us to, connect with our inner selves, to be more confident with our inner selves too, to really love ourselves in a very powerful way too when it comes to this message. And how you be creative and playful in your self-care routine, especially when it comes to practicing wellness, whether if you love to dance, if you love to shake your butt, if you love to paint, if you love to cook food, if you love to, have open discussions about, relationships, sexuality, gaming, you name it too. Just really bringing that playfulness towards, in your self-care routine, in your relationships, from a healthy space also, to where you can just, to help you to, to connect with your inner confidence when it comes to this message. And it's just like, just like don't be afraid to connect with that also, especially when it comes to connecting with your inner strength. Especially when it comes to this message, it's just like, when it comes to strength, especially when it comes to like physical strength. I know, like, physical strength keeps us strong with our body, but when it comes to inner strength, also, especially when it comes to, that inner strength that we all have from within too, that we can just tap in our own way as well. We can really just, find out for ourselves too, especially when it comes to, find that inner confidence also when it comes to this message right here too, especially find that inner warrior too, that inner warrior that we all have too. So whether we, you have that inner Hercules, Xena, or Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, or it could be like a metaphor, any kind of warrior that you have within you too. Just really connecting with that inner strength that we all have also, and just really not being afraid of being who you are, and just really connecting with that inner strength to just really help you to be more confident within yourself too, whether you're a man or if you're a woman also, or how when it comes to resonating with this message also. And just like, oh, let me take a sip for a bit. When it comes to, how we can really take action to do that also, it's like when it comes to this message too, when it comes to death, I mean, it's just like, when we hear the word death, it's like, oh shit, like, that's pretty, it can be pretty dark. I mean, sometimes, when it comes to this message, it's just like, it could be like when you hear that word death, it's like, oh shit, like, oh, that could be pretty spooky just hearing that word. But if we break this down to you from a healthy space, especially when it comes to when it comes to the divine masculine energies, it's just like, when it comes to, taking action to just really, moving forward and just letting go and just really, doing something new for ourselves. Also, when it comes to just, with death, just really, moving on from the old to really to start with a new too. It's kind of like, like the old phrase says too, especially when it comes to, I heard this phrase too in a Marvel movie, and, King T'Challa, shout out to Chadwick Boseman to rest in power also. And he said it's like in Captain America Civil War, it says, death is not the end. And that's really true because, we don't die, when it comes to, with our own energies, we just, transition. So when it comes to that, whether you believe that or not, that's totally your decision, to believe that. It's just like when it comes to, taking action to just move forward, to let go, to just really, leaving the past behind also, especially when it comes to connecting with that inner confidence also when it comes to this message can really just help us to just really move forward too, especially like you see too with, I think it's the three-headed dog Cerberus is kind of like, I know that's like kind of like a dark for Hades, but it's kind of like, when it comes to moving forward and just really, letting things go and just really starting something new for yourself also can really just help us to just really connect with our inner, confidence also, especially when it comes, we take action to do that from a healthy space. That makes sense too. So if any of these messages resonate with you guys also, especially when it comes to the collective messages too for for this live stream for today, for this week, also too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about these messages also too. Even if you want to share this live stream with your friends and family that could benefit from it, that is totally cool too. So I'm cool with that also. So, so yes, if any of these messages resonate too, and feel free to, share your own feelings and thoughts. If you guys want a message to your, that's cool with me also. Feel free to post your question if you want a message for today and etc. too. Feel free. Wherever that floats your boat. I'm just here for you guys also to connect, to, you know, and to just really, support each other in our own ways too. And so Michelle says Jay wants us to play more with us. Hey, if that floats your boat, Michelle, go for it. I'll just say that too. Same goes to Melinda, to anyone who is watching this, message also, especially when it comes to being more playful in your lives also, especially if you love to paint, if you love to sing, if you love to dance, if you love to shake your ass, if you love to have sex, or wherever that floats your boat when it comes to grown folks, especially for those who are watching this live and for those who are watching the replay too, just wherever that helps you to be more playful in your own self-care routine, even if it's the most simplest thing to just making a snack, or just like drawing something to, like with your coloring book, or playing your favorite video game also, to really want to interact in a story or create a level or challenge yourself too in so many playful creative ways also, where that helps you to bring that creative playful energy towards you too, just really doing that from a healthy space, not being afraid to do that, and just really connecting with that inner strength also when it comes to this message as well, when it comes to the strength part, connecting with that inner strength, not being afraid to be more playful too. So shit, you want to be more playful with yourself, Michelle? That's totally cool too. That's your business, and it's none of my business too. So when it comes to this message, and just really not being afraid to just to really just moving forward from that too, if you want to like leave anything from behind too, just letting that go, and just really releasing that too, when it comes to the death card also, when it comes to this message, just really taking action to do that from a healthy space to move on from the old to go to the new also, when it comes to with this message right here too. So so yes indeed. So yes, you'll take 2 rebel cards. Okay, I'll get those out for in a bit. And Melinda says Jay will be playing on his. Yes. Yes. So if you guys, since May 4th is also, I think it's like the celebration of Star Wars. I'm gonna be playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the honor of just like when it comes to Star Wars, because May 4th is always about Star Wars too. And just like when it comes to today, also today is the day that my parents met. So salute to my mom and my dad too for being on this exact day, because I think a few years ago we celebrated too. So I want to honor my mom and my dad's memory. It's like this is the day that they met. So shout out to my mom and dad for meeting on May 3rd on this day too. And tomorrow also, when it comes to Star Wars, May 4th, may the force be with you. So I'm gonna honor Star Wars. If you guys want, any Star Wars fans want to just pop in, say hello, chime in, to want to share what their favorite Star Wars moments are when it comes to the movies, video games, cartoons, you name it too. Feel free to tune in tomorrow at 7. So yes indeed. So taking a double. Okay, so let me get my rebel cards out for the lovely sisters here. So let's see. Oh man. So today is, I mean, May 4th is when your sister Vera died. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Michelle. So let's see. Let me get my rebel cards out for you guys. So I'll take 2 rebel cards. All right, Michelle, 2 rebel cards you want, 2 rebel cards you're gonna get. God damn it! So, and much love to all you guys too who are new to my channel. For those who are popping in, thank you guys for being here too, taking the time to just have an open conversation, open discussions about wellness and being who you are as human beings, even during the difficult times. Also, I totally get it, but if we could take the time to just support each other, to make each other laugh and make each other feel inspired and supported, and just really learn something new along the way, that's beautiful. So much love to you guys, and hopefully you guys are doing well too. So let's see here. 2 rebel cards for Michelle. Let's see what we have up in here. So 2 rebel cards. Let me feel this out for Michelle. Is Michelle's been good or she been naughty? So respectfully saying this, of course, Michelle. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, this card flipped up. Let's see. All right. Well, it's the second card for Michelle. Is Michelle been naughty or nice? We'll see with the cards. And ooh, okay. All right. Seems like you've been a good girl, Michelle. No pun intended. So when it comes to your rebel cards for tonight, also Michelle, that project, that idea, that project, that person, that idea is waiting for you, my friend. And get after that shit. The world has your back. So when it comes to the world having your back, kind of like with Scarface too, like movie Scarface, the world is yours, the world has your back. So Michelle, good things are coming to you. So when it comes to any kind of projects or goals that you have too, especially when it comes to any with your relationships with yourself, other people, that is waiting for you too. So any kind of goals that you are setting for yourself too, just really embrace that also, and go after that shit. And when you feel like the time is right, just go after that shit, and the world has your back also. When it comes to these messages, this message, and some good shit's about to happen to you too. So when it comes to any kind of goals that you are setting for yourself too, some good shit's about to happen. I don't know what it is, but I'm just really feeling the energy. It's like, hey, some good shit's about to happen, god damn it. So and just like, don't let your issues fuck it up. So uh-oh, when it comes to this message, hold up. I think I set the language card. So I gotta make sure to watch my
Language.
I gotta watch my language. So don't let my issues fuck it up. Oh, I said it again.
Sake, watch your language.
Gotta watch my goddamn language. So just making sure that whatever kind of goals that you have too, just really owning that also, and the world has your back. And just like when it comes to good shit happening for you too, just don't let your issues fuck it up. So oh, I said it again too.
Sake, watch your language.
Gotta watch my goddamn language. So yes, good stuff coming for you, Michelle, too. And whatever the kind of goals that you are setting for yourself too, just really owning that, and just really, when it comes to who you are as a person, the world has your back, and just really don't let anything hold you back, basically, when it comes to these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful messages for you too. So when it comes to these messages for you, Michelle, just really owning that for yourself too, and you got this. So beautiful stuff. Jay's been so naughty with the potty mouth. Yes, I have. I've been having some
Language.
foul language. Say yes. mm, mm, mm. You're goddamn right about that. Oh, God damn it. Said it again.
Sake, watch your language.
I watch my fucking language, god damn it. So, god damn it. Oh man. So much love to you, Michelle, and to Melinda also too. So I believe Melinda is next. She wants a double also. So I'm gonna pull 2 cards for you too, Melinda. I'm gonna reshuffle these cards and see what we have for you. And this falls under fair use, and this is for educational and for entertainment purposes only. And shout out to all my new and loyal subscribers out there too. For those who are watching this live, and for those who are watching a replay, for those who are watching this in the shadows, like ninjas in the night, like Gotham City and New York, or Fortress of Solitude, or Hideout, wherever you guys are too. So much love to you guys. If you're Goku, if you're Hercules, if you're Batman, if you're Spider-Man, or wherever you are too. Shout out to you guys also. Or if you're Thanos also. So yes, I'm saying the Mad Titan guys too. So yes, indeed. You never know who's watching, even if it's aliens too. Whether it's like a Sari, a Saiyan, or shit. Damn, now my alien knowledge is slipping on me. God damn it, I gotta get track of that for tomorrow. So you guys gonna be really quizzing me on the Star Wars shit tomorrow. So definitely. Oh man, gotta love sci-fi. Sci-fi is beautiful. Whether you love space, if you love giant monsters like Godzilla, King Kong, or if you love giant ass robots, giant robots going to space Godzilla, all that beautiful shit too. So I'm a big sci-fi fan. My mom got me hooked to Godzilla when I was a kid, and I was hooked to it. I was like, that's some dope shit, So shout out to my mama. Ooh, Melinda, you've been naughty. Ooh, oh my fucking goodness. Ah, yes, Gabrielle, Xena's psychic. Xena, Gabrielle, Hercules, Aeolus. What more can you get with those two, those 4 duos? Gabrielle and Xena, especially. Gabrielle was no joke. She gave birth to a demigod. She, she basically, she was just like, the pinnacle of that too. So she was a force to be reckoned with, especially Xena. She's like, it's like the female version of Kratos. She literally almost destroyed Hercules' family per se too. And Hercules is a badass himself in that kind of universe, since he's a son of Zeus and all that, and he doesn't like how his family's just wrecking the world, and he's trying to make it a better place. So when it comes to that, Xena is like a force to be reckoned with, and even she made Hercules, she kicked his ass in so many ways too, especially when they first met. She almost broke up his partnership as a villain, and she knocked him out with a sword, just like that. But he kind of got up in a few minutes later because his healing factor was so OP because he's a half god. So if it was anyone else too got knocked out like that too, back in the head, they would have been killed. So to Hercules to survive that, because he actually took a hit from Thor's hammer. If you guys watched Hercules, the Legendary Series, season, I think it was seasons 5 or 6. So you went to the Norse world just to find out what's happening in Ragnarok. So he took a hit from Thor's hammer, Nomir, and that thing could destroy a fucking planet. So yeah, yes, indeed. The Galactic Family watching. Yes, Gabrielle is a badass. His name was Aeolus. Originally in the Greek mythology, Aeolus is Hercules' cousin, but in the show, it was his best friend. So they kind of grew up together in the academy too. They were trained by this legendary centaur, I believe. I forgot the name of it too. It's based on their actual I say actual person, but it's named of a centaur. But it was kind of like Chiron. I think it was Chiron's academy. They were trained under him too when they were kids, and they grew up together. They went to war together. They're like best friends. They couldn't stand each other at first, but then once Aeolus get to know Hercules, how his issues being a half god, and he has to, embrace the strength of who he is as being the son of Zeus. So when it comes to that, I mean, I know the series back and forth because I was watching as a kid and I was just studying about it. It's, you know, like Hercules is one of my favorite characters. That version of Hercules because he's so cool, kind to people. Whether you're black, if you're white, he'll just do anything to help you out too. And his powers are really OP, despite people say, he was kind of clumsy and all that, but he really did kind of like he was really a tough dude, especially when it comes to fighting other gods. You know, fighting the angel too. He was overpowered. He fought Archangel Michael. He kind of lost that fight, but he kind of hold his own for a bit too. So when it comes to that, with him fighting Archangel Michael, Thor, I think he didn't fight Odin, but he fought Zeus, Xena. He beat Xena, I believe, a couple times. And I believe he beat the enforcers who are made out of lightning and fire. I mean, water and fire. You can't beat that. So it's like if the enforcers are made out of straight, pure kind of elemental energy, like water and fire. What more can you get from that? How badass is that? And especially when it comes to, those enforcers, like trained in martial arts and all that too. So it's pretty dope. So did him and Gabrielle? I think they did. I think Aeolus and Gabrielle had a thing, but it didn't last long. So because they're kind of similar in a way too, was they're like male and female versions of each other too. So yeah, exactly. I hear you. But Melinda, I have two cards for you too, especially when it comes to the rebel cards, and I believe you've been naughty, my friend. So when it comes to the first card that I have for you, Melinda, and it says you need to get some fucking sleep. So when it comes to this message, I know you say you got 5 hours of sleep, but with this card, it says you need to get some more fucking sleep. So when it says you are being an ass because you are fucking tired, face the pillow now. So, and how you want to put your face into the pillow. So that's totally up to you. Ass in the air like you don't care, or just like, just having your favorite, onesie on or your birthday suit, wherever that floats your boat when it comes to this message. Oh, you can't make this shit up, guys. I'm telling you. And just like, I know sometimes when we don't get enough sleep, we're so fucking cranky too. And there's just ways that we just, you kind of turn cranky in a ways kind of like this too. So when it comes to, where is that? Oh man, I can't find it. Where is it? Where is that fucking thing? Oh, when it comes to being cranky, we'll kind of be like this.
Puny God.
Puny God. So we're gonna be angry like the Hulk. So, oh my gosh. That's right. That's right. She wants someone to shove her face in the. Oh my god. You gotta fucking apologize for that, Melinda. So when it comes to this message, you gotta fucking apologize for being so cranky. And just seriously, just do it. It'll bring a lot of clarity. So when it comes to, being cranky too. So if you just want to get some fucking sleep, I mean, I totally understand that too when it comes to this message right here. And just like, you are being an ass because you are fucking tired. And, when we're cranky, we're tired. So it's when it comes like this too. Face to pillow now, especially how you want to do that too. That's totally up to you. If you even if you want some assistance to that, also just feel free to do so. And just really fucking apologize for that too. So when it comes to this message, and just seriously, just do it. So, or it'll end up kind of like with any situation like this too. You may want to just
Throw down.
Just want to throw down. So when it comes to this message, just really apologize and can really just, bring some clarity. So if any of these messages resonate with you, Melinda, also when it comes to these messages too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about these messages too. Okay, much love to you, my friend. Hope you got some laughter, some thoughts too, when it comes to this message too. So basically, you need to get some fucking sleep. So if you haven't done that, and you're cranking to other people, just gotta fucking apologize too. And just, just do that shit. Just really remember that. Oh man, that's great. And Linda says that's the color Michelle turned. Oh shit. Michelle's not having that shit today. I'm telling you. Mm. Oh man, what to do? What to do? Oh man, I think I should pull rebel cards on myself. What do you think? Should I pull rebel cards for myself? Because I don't feel like doing that. I might as well do that too, since we're in the spirit of rebel cards. I'll just end this live stream with 2 rebel cards for myself, just to bring some laughter for us all. Because laughter is medicine, and I'm not afraid to make fun of myself and laugh and all that shit. So, without further ado, I'm going to be the last person to pull on myself too. So, do it. So I'm just wondering if I've been naughty or nice. So let me see. If I've been naughty or nice. Let's see. Let me pull that shit. Have I been naughty or have I been nice? Let's figure this out, shall we? Oh, okay. I've been nice. Okay. All right. What's the second message? Let's see. Universe, don't hold back. Don't fail me now. Okay. He's gonna pull himself. Don't take shit. Right? Okay. Okay. Oh man, you guys are killing it in there, aren't you? Okay, so these are the cards that I pulled for myself too, and it's kind of like a mixed bag too. So if I want you guys to really just, how you guys feel and think about these cards too. When it comes, Jake, what the fuck? And it says too, I am talented and fucking amazing. So when it comes to this message, just tell me that I'm talented and fucking amazing. So yeah, I can embrace that. And it says the world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Hold up. I just cussed again. God damn it. So I can't use my power for dumb shit. So I gotta watch my god damn. Oh, wait. So I gotta watch my
Language.
gotta watch my language. So yes, I am talented and fucking amazing. I just gotta remember to embrace that. And it says the world needs my power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. So I gotta watch my
Language.
shit. So yes. And just like when it comes to the second message, it's just like I need to drop the fucking ego. So especially I was talking about this earlier when it comes to just like when it comes to dropping the fucking ego, it's just like, gotta really get out of my own way too. And just like when it comes to being vulnerable, vulnerability is hot as fuck. So when it comes to these messages too, so when it comes to being vulnerable, that's a beautiful way for all of us, to really do that, especially for me too, because sometimes I get in my own way too, especially when it comes to being in my head so much. And I have a really good way to just really listening and just really being vulnerable. So just when it comes to, dropping the fucking ego, I mean, I have no problem doing that. And it's just like when it comes to our own ego too, especially if there's like a healthy ego, then there's like an unhealthy ego. And it's like, how we can really just drop the fucking ego, just like really just doing that, getting out of our own way, basically. And just really being vulnerable also. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. And so God damn it. I'm gonna say it loud and say it proud. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. And
Sake, watch your language.
yep, you got it, Tony. So when it comes to this message, I just gotta really remember these messages too, especially when it comes to with these two messages that I pulled for myself also. So when it comes to the first one, there's always remember I'm talented and fucking amazing. And the world needs my power. I gotta use my voice, use it for good shit. And just use it, just don't use it for dumb shit, basically, too, when it comes to this message. And just really drop the fucking ego too. So just when it comes to getting out of my own way, I gotta remember to do that. And just like, vulnerability is hot as fuck. So just always remember to embrace that. So yes, yes, yes. I'll remember this, universe. Thank you for this. And it kind of the cards match too, because it's in all in pink. So it's cool. So that kind of really ties into the heart chakras too. So that's cool. It's good stuff to know. Cool stuff. Don't use it for dumb shit, right? Don't shit. Don't shit.
Now you tell me.
Oh man, I remember that, Melinda. God damn it, man. So, without further ado, I'm going to end this live stream right there, too. So, when it comes to these messages, also, I thank you guys for being here, too. Melinda, Michelle, anyone who is watching this live and watched the replay, too. Thank you guys for being here, too, for who you are as human beings. And, especially when it comes to laughing and learning and being entertained and educated at the same time. That's totally beautiful, especially when it comes to practicing wellness and how we can really just practice wellness with our bodies, with our hearts, with our minds, and our relationships. It can really just take us far too. So when it comes to that, she says, solid advice from a mom of five. Yeah, that is solid advice from 5 boys. She knows what she's talking about. So I'll definitely remember that, Melinda. Thank you. So without further ado, thank you guys for being here so much too. And if you guys ever want to check out, the video that I share with you guys also on from Denise Michelle's Instagram, I'm gonna post a link to it in the chat also. So if you guys want to check it out for yourself too, when it comes to my friend's Instagram is very inspirational, very powerful. Tell her that my Jay sent you too, and I gave her a shout out on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to do that also, especially for those who are watching this live and for those who are watching watching a replay too. I always lose my voice when I talk. What the hell? And I always tend to clear my throat chakras too. I gotta work on that. So when it comes to that, thank you for the advice, Melinda, especially when it comes to don't shit. don't shit and sit on your. I'll remember not to do that. So thank you for the advice, Melinda. I'll definitely remember that because you're a mom and a godmama to 5 boys, and you know what you're talking about. So, and same goes to Michelle also. So thank you for that too. So she says thank you for the video and laughs. Much love to you too, Michelle. Same goes to Melinda and to anyone who is watching this too. I know that we're so busy. I'm not as much in the chats as I usually am with other content creators. I still love them with Michelle and Melinda, to Ron, to Debbie, to Katie, to anyone that I collab with over the years too. I love you guys. Also, I've just been really busy, just doing my own thing when it comes to gaming and do other kind of projects too. But I haven't forgot about you guys too. So when it comes to that, so yes, Michelle says time to play Call of Duty. Call of Duty? What? He said yes. Playing Call of Duty, yes. You get your game on too, especially when it comes to being playful too. When it comes to, how we can really just bring that playfulness. So if you want to play Call of Duty, Spider-Man, God of War, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mass Effect, Grand Theft Auto, it could be like Sonic, it could be, Tetris, wherever that floats your boat. When it comes to your gaming self-care needs too, embrace that. Got a PlayStation, got a Game Boy, got a Xbox, PC, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Even Nintendo Switch. I think I probably said that too. So when it comes to that, you know, much love to you guys also. She says Crystal Cola Crystal is good for you. Oh, okay. I'll remember to look. I'll look that up. Crystal Cola Crystal. Okay, it's good for throat chakras and also the chin. Okay, I remember that too. I'm gonna probably find those stones for my throat chakra because I've been really having that lately too. So it says helps with speak clearly. I've been learning more about. Yeah, crystals are powerful too, especially when it comes to certain rocks that can help you to support your own energy too. And especially when it comes to that also as well. Thank you for sharing that, Michelle, too. And if any of you guys want to check out my social media platforms, if you guys want to download some essential oil PDF files too from my doTERRA page, or just like, in general also too, and especially to the links that I posted in the description below. Also, feel free to check out the links below if you're a fan of astrology, if you guys want to check out my social media links, if you guys want to collab with me, if you guys want to send me kind of questions, feel free to do so also too, especially when it comes to self-care and wellness too. And I'm looking forward to connect with you guys, tomorrow too, celebrating May 4th, Star Wars Day 2. So if you guys want to tune in tomorrow, if you guys want to share your favorite moments when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to movies, video games, cartoons, or a mixture of all three too, feel free to, come back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time too. So when it comes to us, for all the Star Wars fans out there, if you're, a fan of Darth Vader, if you're a fan of Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, you're a fan of Wookiees, you're a fan of, just talk about anything, everything related to Star Wars too, from lightsabers to Princess Leia to, Harrison Ford, feel free to drop by tomorrow too. And maybe we continue to practice self-care that not only benefit us, but our loved ones and our whole environment. And I'll see you guys around in these YouTube streets. So peace and much love. Namaste. So let's see here. Where is that button?